Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone, passion for excellence.
Here are today's top headlines. Magna's deal to buy Opel runs into roadblocks. GMC's record sales in China. And VW puts the Toyota Camry in its crosshairs as it takes a bead on the American market. Up next, we'll be back with the news behind the headlines. This is Autoline Daily for Friday, October 9th, 2009, and now the news. GM's deal to sell part of Opel to Magna could be running into trouble. The Telegraph in London reports that Business Secretary Lord Mandelson refuses to support the deal as it's currently structured. He hired PricewaterhouseCoopers to examine the proposal, and it found that Vauxhall could lose up to 1/4 of its workforce. Bloomberg reports that Spain is also balking at the deal. Everyone in Europe seems to think that Germany is pushing the deal in a way that will protect German workers over others. And now, even the European Competition Commissioner is investigating the matter and threatening to seize any government aid to Opel if it does not meet regulations. General Motors may be facing problems in Europe and America, but not in China. The AP reports that GM sales in China are up 55% this year to 1.3 million units, blowing past the company's own optimistic forecast. China is stimulating car sales with tax cuts and subsidies, and GM said first-time buyers in smaller cities played an important role in that increase. Meanwhile, Reuters reports that GM's deal to sell Hummer to Tongzheng could be completed today. Volkswagen has said it wants to be the largest car company in the world next decade, and to help it reach that goal in the U.S., it's going after the #1 car in the market, the Toyota Camry. According to Wards, the company says the new Passat, due out in 2011, will get 3 inches added to the wheelbase to become the same size as the Camry. VW plans to build that Passat at its plant in Chattanooga, Tennessee. While it's not official, those attending this year's SEMA show will get a good idea of what a production Camaro convertible will look like. According to Autoblog, Drop Top Customs will show a Camaro SS convertible that they built themselves. So what are they charging to convert this into a convertible? It'll only set you back $18,000. Autoblog reports that Daihatsu will have 3 concept cars at the Tokyo Auto Show. The first of these is called the Basket, which has a removable hardtop and a canvas cover for the back seat. Daihatsu says it's perfect for trips to the family vegetable garden located out of the city. And then there's the Deca Deca. I just love that name. Deca Deca, which Daihatsu describes as a super box with a low, flat floor and slim fold-away seats and a huge door on the passenger side. And then there's the ES, which stands for Eco and Smart. It's a K-Class car that only weighs 700 kilos, which is just over 1,500 pounds. It also gets 30 kilometers per liter, or 70 miles to the gallon. Coming up next, a preview of this week's Autoline Detroit with Doug Speck, the president of Volvo North America, who spells out where he sees growth in the American market.
Changing tires out here could be dangerous. But with these tires, I don't need to worry.
Bridgestone.
Volvo is on the verge of being sold to new owners, and the company, like everyone else, has been going through rough times. But Doug Speck, the president of Volvo North America, is bullish on the company's prospects. And in the following clip, he points out where Volvo is going to grow in the American market.
Biggest segment in America in the luxury business is this segment where those cars we just talked about plays. 3 Series, C-Class. We've phased out S60 as of right now. Essentially, we're out of them. A year from now, we'll introduce an all-new S60, and it should become the volume car in our brand. And today we're selling none. So there's a huge opportunity for us in that segment with a terrific new product that we'll bring out in 12 months. So as an example there, ultimately in America for us, we'll continue to sell the estate, but the segment's declining, so it won't be the base volume for your car line. XC range is going to always be a big player for us, the crossover utility business. We've been very successful. XC90, XC60. I think it's easy for the consumer to accept us in that segment. ultimately we've got to grow our S range, S60, S80, perhaps a car beneath an S60 at some point. And if we can play very well small, medium, large, S and XC, ultimately there's a good business there in America.
You can watch the full interview with Doug Speck later today at AutolineDetroit.tv. All right, it is Friday, and that means it's time for me to give you this week's answer to our trivia question. We asked you to tell us what the auto industry term NVH stands for, and the correct answer is noise, vibration, and harshness. As always, we picked the winner's name at random from all the correct answers, and the winner is Tom Hoven from New Wilmington, Pennsylvania. Congratulations, Tom. You just won a Honda Fit baseball hat. Couple of programming notes here. I'm going to be going on vacation for the next couple of weeks, so you're going to see some new faces filling in for me while I'm gone. And also, if you're looking for Autoline After Hours, we do not have a video version of that on our website. You can go to the iTunes Music Store and get it for free as a podcast. Just look for Autoline After Hours. We might have it on our site later today as well. And that's it for the top news in the global automotive industry. Thanks for watching. I won't be here, but we'll see you next week.